The paradox of understanding. The human experience is a tapestry woven with connection threads and profound isolation. We are social creatures, yearning to be understood and share the intricate landscapes of our inner selves. Yet, the cruel paradox of communication is that words, those tools we wield with such hopeful precision, can often fail us. We've all encountered them, the individuals to whom we can pour out our hearts, and spill thousands of words onto the table of conversation, only to be met with a blank stare, a polite nod, or worse, a response that completely misses the mark. I remember once, sitting across from a friend, my heart aching with a grief I couldn't articulate. My grandmother had just passed, and the world felt muted gray. I tried to explain the specific kind of loss, the way it felt like a piece of my own history had been erased. I talked about her hands, gnarled with age but still so gentle, the smell of her lavender perfume, the sound of her laughter. I poured out words, thousands of them, trying to paint a picture of this woman who was so central to my life. My friend listened patiently, but her responses were generic, comforting but ultimately hollow. She offered condolences, talked about the cycle of life, but it was like she was speaking a different language. I felt a familiar ache, the one that comes with being profoundly misunderstood. The words caught in my throat, dry and scratchy, like swallowing sand. The frustration was palpable, a heavy weight settling in the pit of my stomach, a cold knot tightening with each misunderstood phrase. I felt adrift, a lone ship sailing in a fog of misunderstanding, the foghorn of my voice lost in the thick, impenetrable air. It's like trying to describe a sunset to someone born blind, the vibrant colors, the fiery hues, the gradual shift from day to night, all lost in translation. The frustration is palpable, a heavy weight settling in the pit of your stomach. You feel adrift, a lone ship sailing in a fog of misunderstanding. The chasm between you and the other person seems insurmountable, widening with every well-intentioned but ultimately inadequate phrase. And then there are the others. Those rare and precious souls who seem to possess an uncanny ability to see into the depths of your being. A few weeks later, I was talking to my aunt. I hadn't even planned to talk about my grandmother. We were discussing something completely different, but a memory surfaced, a fleeting image of my grandmother's garden. I mentioned it casually, a small, almost insignificant detail. My aunt paused, her eyes softening. "I remember that garden," she said, her voice filled with a quiet understanding. "She loved her roses, didn't she?" And in that single sentence, a bridge was built. We didn't need to dissect the grief, to analyze the loss. We simply shared a moment of understanding, a quiet recognition of the woman who had touched both our lives. It was as if she had reached across the chasm of words and touched the very heart of my sorrow. It was a small thing, a fleeting moment, but it was enough. The connection was effortless, a silent symphony of understanding that resonated deep within my soul, a gentle hum that vibrated with shared humanity. You don't need to explain, to dissect, to meticulously lay out every thought and feeling. With a single glance, a shared smile, a knowing silence, they understand. They perceive the unspoken nuances, the subtle shifts in your demeanor, the emotions that flicker beneath the surface. It's as if they have access to a secret language, a shared code that transcends the limitations of verbal communication. With these individuals, you can simply be. You can rest in the comfort of being seen, truly seen, without the need for explanation or justification. The connection is effortless, a silent symphony of understanding that resonates deep within your soul. This dichotomy, this stark contrast between those who hear but don't understand and those who understand without needing to be told, is a fundamental part of the human condition. It highlights the complexity of communication, the inherent subjectivity of perception, and the profound importance of empathy. While we may strive to bridge the gaps with words, it is ultimately the unspoken language of shared experience, intuition, and genuine connection that truly allows us to understand and be understood. It reminds us that true communication is not just about transmitting information, but about forging a connection, a bridge between two souls. And sometimes, the most profound connections are built not on thousands of words, but on the quiet understanding that passes between two hearts.
Please tell me what you think and how you feel about this issue. Analyze it, brainstorm it, debate it, and if you like it, please share it. Thank you for watching. I truly and highly appreciate you, and God bless you.